Hey guys, this is the review for episode 8 of Westworld season 1, of course, and we learned that Ford is like an all-powerful god basically in the park and out of it. So he didn't only use Bernard as a pawn, and I think he lied to Bernard when he asked if he had ordered him to kill someone else besides Teresa. And I think he has. To be honest, it was obvious that Ford was lying at that moment, and I do think that maybe Bernard was the one that killed Arnold. I mean, they have said that Arnold went crazy, that he was unstable at the end of his life, but I mean, we don't really know that much about Arnold, and I wouldn't be surprised if Ford just got rid of him that way. He ordered Bernard to kill him. Again, I also think it's possible that Arnold is alive, and that's why all the androids keep remembering him. He left something inside of them, and he remembers, and they all remember him because he left there. He left like a memories or of sorts, or maybe I think it may be possible that it's him who has been hiding in Westworld all along, and he's transmitting these data out of Westworld. I mean, that's what Elsie find out, and that's why she disappeared actually. And yeah, I mean, I really think that's a big missing piece of the puzzle, and apparently it has something to do with the maze, the almighty maze that the Men in Black is hunting. By the way, all that thing about the Men in Black and what's his name, Teddy finding this woman, and she was all alone, and then they had all been killed. I mean, it was obvious that it was a trap, because why would they leave just one woman alive? I mean, if they massacred every single other person there, so it didn't really make any sense. But of course it was a trap, and it was revealed at the end after Teddy tied down the Man in Black and asked him about his past, of which we already knew kind of something. We already knew he was kind of rich, he was a philanthropist, he was, this powerful guy. But as he said, in the real world, he's like a god, because apparently he's like loaded. I mean, he's really, really rich, and not only that, he had a family, he had a wife, he has a daughter that we haven't seen, but I have the feeling we will see soon, or in the next season probably. And yeah, I mean, we all got this background, and of course that the reason that he killed Maeve and her daughter was that it was like a proof for him to know if he was capable of killing, which of course he was, and it was a stupid thing to begin with, but whatever. I mean, I thought that, I mean, I really think the storylines that happen in the Westworld are really, really weak. I mean, that storyline with the Men in Black and the maze and that's just annoying. I mean, I just want them to get there and get it over with, because I mean, if this goes on in season 2, it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense, and they should learn from Game of Thrones. And in Game of Thrones, for example, they continue some of the narratives of past seasons, but they definitely end some others, because they just find out like, no, that doesn't work, bye. And even J.R. Martin, he realized that J.R. Martin, I think I mixed his name with Tolkien, whatever. Martin knew that, but whatever. We're talking about Westworld. So yeah, he's all-powerful, and of course this woman freed him and killed Teddy again, because as the Man in Black said, Teddy is there to be killed and to be a loser, and he doesn't really understand that, and I think that only if Maeve speaks with Teddy, he will understand. But I think he's not in her list. I think Rodrigo Santoro's character, I don't know his name, is on her list, and most of the bandits of the town are on her list to be in her army, so that's great for Maeve, because she has all the cards in her hand, and I hope she really delivers, because she's the only one character, to be honest, that's interesting. I think Ford is a bit too evil, because, I mean, it's just ridiculous. He's a god, basically. He can do whatever he wants, and the only people that will be able to stop him from one side are Maeve in Westworld, and outside, potentially, and the new Miss Cullen, played by Tessa Thompson. those two women are the only ones that will be able to, put Ford out of Westworld in some way or another. Maybe killing him, or maybe, just saying to the board, to the famous unseen board, that he's just insane. And he's just insane. And of course, Colin just realized that all that he said about Teresa's death was just bullshit, basically. So she's investigating who was transmitting the information out of Westworld, and that's what Elsie found out too. And I thought that Elsie had been kidnapped by the Hemsworth brother. I don't know his name, but he apparently was very loyal to Teresa, and he was working with her, of course. So that wasn't it. And I think that's why I think Arnold has something to do with that information being leaked out of Westworld. So the other storyline that I think it's really, it doesn't really make any sense. It's kind of boring. They definitely have to do something with it. It's Dolores' storyline. It's really, really boring. It doesn't make any sense, and it's not getting anywhere. She has these visions of her past, which is kind of what Maeve is having, but I don't know. I think Maeve is having like an awakening by herself, and thanks to the upgrades that the guy and the technician gave her. But I think Dolores' awakening, in quotes, is because of Ford. He's controlling her, and it's her storyline that's going to be like the opening for this new attraction in the game, let's say. And of course, she was going to be captured by the other insane guy that's related to the guy that she's with. Those two are just so annoying. I hope they die, or they just go outside the game or whatever, because it's getting really annoying with them. It's really repetitive. They always find out he's really, really bad, the other is really, really stupid, she's really, really innocent, and that's just unreal. I think it was really funny when I think it was the 5th episode, when she awoke and she knew that she could be something else, and she didn't really realize anything. She didn't realize anything. She was controlled by Ford in order to realize, oh, I shouldn't go here, I should go there. That's it. And that's what she's looking for. She's looking for this town that he has rebuilt on the edge of Westworld, apparently. And I think she's going to be like the big thing there. And who else? Maybe some of the bandits, maybe the Men in Black is going to end up there. And with Teddy and Dolores have this big love thing. And what else? Yeah, I don't know. This episode wasn't as good as episode 7 for sure, but I think they have built it up a little bit in order for Maeve's storyline to be like the main storyline in all the series, to be honest. The thing that happens in corporate Westworld is really interesting, and I think Colin and the guy that's the designer, I don't really remember his name, they are going to find out things, and they are going to be, like the team that no one expected. I think they are going to be really interesting to watch, but besides them, it's only Maeve, and that's it. That's it for everything. Because no one else is really going to stop Ford, as I said before. No one really is looking at him, looking at what he has done. It was obvious. If someone really investigated, it was obvious. As Colin said, it's obvious that Teresa didn't commit suicide. So, it falls apart on itself, but apparently no one's watching, so whatever. Yeah, I thought this episode was fine. Not as good as the last episode, but I think maybe it's building up to something. She almost killed that guy, which was amazing, and I really hope she forms her army and gets the hell out of there, because that will be chaos for Ford and for anyone, because apparently he cannot control his own creations, which is kind of interesting. She even remembered the first time she was shot off and erased. So she knows what that feels, and she doesn't want, and she realized that that didn't work. So she knows that she can come back and she can get out of Westworld and do whatever she wants now, basically. So I'm really hoping for a big thing with this character to happen in the last 2 episodes. Only 9 and 10 are remaining, and I really hope Thandie Newton gets recognized for her work, because she was not only the best character in the series, she's the best actor in the series, to be honest, besides Anthony Hopkins, to be honest. The rest are just okay, and some of them are not even that good, to be honest. I mean, I'm really disappointed by the girl that plays Dolores. I forgot I'm really disappointed by Evan Rachel Wood, for example. And James Marsden, he has never been that good, but I thought he was going to be better, to be honest. But whatever. I mean, Ed Harris is kind of fine, but his character is all over, you know, fantasy series. I mean, everyone has one, so, you know, whatever. So yeah, that's it for episode 8 of Westworld. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like this video, comment, share this video too in your social networks, and subscribe to my channel for more reviews of this series and other series and movies. Thank you so much, and various videos in Spanish if you know Spanish. Thank you so much. Bye.